Welcome to Momentum Monday. Today is June 27th, 2021. Howard, how's that power rate? Gatorade.
I've been on a Peloton for like 7 days in a row.
I can tell. You look like you lost some weight.
I don't think I have. I had some pizza tonight. What's going on? Buena Forchetta. I think you took us there.
Yeah, it's okay. I mean, the quality is not as it used to be, but they're okay, I guess.
Yeah, they've expanded.
Yeah.
It's you, the Bulgarian food critic.
I know.
What's your go-to place now?
Well, it depends on the meal. For pizza, I like Ambrogio's.
Oh, where's that?
It's in PB.
All right, well, I'm waiting for the invite.
Yeah.
Yep, I'm going to get one, or yep, you're not going to get one.
Definitely. We'll get one.
All right, speaking of pizza, Domino's.
Oh, Domino's. Who is following Domino's? I guess they're kind of doing okay, but they're a slow mover.
Slow mover. They're bigger returns than Google.
Wow. In the last 10, 15 years, yes, but lately, nothing that exciting.
It's doubled from, oh, look at that, March to, it actually went up during the crash. So interesting.
Of course, because everyone was ordering, takeouts.
What a great company. Anyways, all right. I'm sorry I interrupted you.
So if you remember last week, we were talking that a lot of software stocks were setting up and they actually broke out. The software ETF IGV is at all-time highs.
Mm-hmm.
And the trouble last week was that a lot of the alt economy stocks were breaking down and below the 50-day, like the S&P, the Dow Jones were below the 50-day. But just a few days later, they're also back near all-time highs. Interest rates perked up a little bit, which helped. These are the treasuries. They move in the opposite direction of interest rates. So the treasuries pulled back a little bit, which helped. And then we saw financials bouncing back. Industrial metals bouncing back a little bit. They don't really look that great, but they still bounced. But yeah, all the alt economy, like retail, financials, bounce back.
Yep.
And the S&P is back near all-time highs. Small caps are also continuing to build that big base near all-time highs.
Uh-huh.
So the biotechs are starting to move as well.
Yeah.
So there are a lot of sectors.
Even Alibaba, the Chinese stocks are.
Yeah, even the Chinese stocks that have been the worst performers this year are starting to wake up.
Mm-hmm.
So there are a lot of sectors that are moving. Nike came out with a really strong earnings report. I think they reported something like 150% sales growth in their digital. Yeah,
it's one that I made a big portfolio change this week, and I dropped. I just had too many names. I dropped Lulu. I just think Nike, in a world where Instagram brands and DTC brands are just proliferating and can really kind of copy Lulu. I mean, they don't have a shoe, and their competitor to Peloton and Tonal, I think, is going to be a flop. And so I think they're going to be they've been the underperformer for about a year now. And you look at Nike in a world where brands, Lulu and Peloton are going after each other in many ways in terms of clothing and
very near market cap. I mean, Peloton's 36, Lululemon is 47. But look at this growth in Lululemon; it's just incredible. Look at this acceleration, 400% earnings growth. When was the last time they grew that fast? 88% sales growth.
Well, remember that was, they've got their e-commerce pretty good, and now they've got the stores. I just worry that that stuff's been priced in. But I could be wrong, you know. Listen, I'm okay buying it a little bit higher, but I've got Peloton and Nike on my list, and I just think Lulu's just got all that competition. But that brand totally means something. And then the Nike, I think the breakout, Ivan, comes from the fact that the secondary in the world where fashion and the brand matters, these Nike shoes still just, that's, you know, you can have a million different pairs of shoes on Instagram, but there's still the swoosh and the culture matter. That was just a hell of a run.
I mean, owning a sport shoe company has been one of the best inflation protection tools.
One of the which ones?
Like Nike, like a shoe company, from 5 to 160, like in the past, what, 20 years.
I've owned, it's probably, other than Apple, the stock I've owned the longest, probably in the 2003, 2004 area. But the thing about, yeah, I'll just have to keep an eye on Lulu. The monthly looks great on Lulu still.
This is nice. This is nice.
No, I know, but I'll have to keep an eye on Lulu the way you pull back.
I think you're wrong. I think the market is expanding. Yes, they have a lot of competitors, but the market is expanding, and they're still super strong. So I think they're going higher.
Yeah, I think they're going to disappoint. But at the same time, you know, I just have so many names in my 8 to 80 brand. And with the way I think, anyways, we'll see. We'll review that. The other ones that looked, I wanted to go through my portfolio. Tencent finally getting a little bit of juice, but I said Alibaba. Yeah, not really. Okay. Roku seemed to have a good bet. Roku seems to be
just amazing,
exerting itself again.
6-7 days in a row.
These are all coming up the right side of their base, and it is the summer, so we'll see. I mean, they have a lot of free room to run these things. Elastic seems to have been bouncing back finally. Yeah, I think their weak spot is not Amazon, but voice. But I've got to do some more work on their voice search, because Google kind of seems to be the brand. When I talk to smart people about voice, Google is right up there with Amazon for their APIs. All right, what else? Another biotech that looks interesting is Illumina, ILMN.
Yeah, the whole sector has been super strong, especially the editing.
Yeah, it's really starting to creep up, but the growth is not, you know. So I was reading about, CRISPR looks great, which is one that I've wanted for a long time. Yeah, well, there's some breakthroughs in some of these genomics, right? Like, this Intellia seems to be the what's the symbol on that? I gotta follow that one.
NTLA.
Yeah, hang on. I'm adding that to my watch list. Yeah, I was reading about that on StockTwits newsletter. They had a big breakthrough. And then Moderna, which is getting a lot of coverage, mRNA. It's gone from 6 billion to 90 billion since the vaccine. And assuming we're going to have all kinds of strains in COVID 2021, and everybody's going to be taking booster shots to the end of time. I mean, I guess we're starting to think about $1 trillion biotech companies at this point, because it's going to be $100 billion company, and no one seems to own it, other than the indexes. I imagine at 88 billion. Okay, what else? The fintech stocks are doing good. MasterCard.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that, but they're holding.
They're holding. Yeah, I'm trying to think what else. I guess Twitter, Snap, Facebook, all the social stocks are continuing.
Exactly. Big week for anything social media. Snapchat broke out. It's kind of building the right side of its base. Twitter had also a big week.
Yeah.
As I said, the market is hitting on a lot of cylinders right now. It's not just, but if last Sunday we only talked about software and tech, like this week, there's so many other sectors participating. Even the recent IPO, It's been quite hot. Vimeo, which is a video company, broke out in new all-time highs.
Yeah. Definitely not a start. It's been around about 15, 16 years.
Yeah, but it's a recent IPO. And so there is a lot of interesting recent IPOs that are just starting to move.
Mm-hmm.
What else? This one has been crazy. I don't even know what they do. It's been just insane. We talked about it last week.
Well, if it's got AI in it,
Yeah. Yeah, anything with AI in their name.
Except AI itself.
Yeah.
It's so funny. I'm trying to think. The semis, Taiwan, emerging markets, EEM. I mean, we're talking about.
You're building a base. Yeah.
Yeah. I thought I saw it breaking out. Okay.
I don't know. So this
Brazil,
is
pull back a little. Okay. Yeah, everything looks great except commodities don't look great.
Latin America basically look the same.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at, let's say, Germany. Let's see, Europe doesn't look that hot compared to the US.
Yeah. Trying to go through my
Gold
list.
and gold miners probably the weakest right now.
Which one?
Gold,
Yeah, gold.
Silver, especially with the bounce of the US dollar.
Yeah.
But stocks, for the most part, are just looking bullish.
Yeah, eBay also finally broke out, which I own. Yeah, I own too many positions. That's why I'm kind of pivoting around here, trying to find the strongest of the strong. Well, you know, really trying to still mostly sticking to my 8 to 80, but eBay was a stock that I've kind of been watching, and you can see the growth just has been incredible quarter over quarter. So it's one of those quiet old internet juggernauts that, let's go look at a monthly too. The fourth time. And so, you know, I think when we're talking about collectibles and this next generation of stuff that likes having a market and everything, you know, Etsy Etsy's the modern version, but like you can't rule out eBay. That's a big ass breakout.
Yeah, even Etsy's trying to bounce. Yeah, a lot of bounces in clean tech has been super strong. All of the electric vehicle stocks led by Tesla have been bouncing. I mean, Tesla is back above its 50-day. Also, the Chinese competitors, NIO and Li and XPEV have been on the rise. Also, the smaller one, like Fiskar.
Look at you following all these names. Okay.
Because these are the movers, Howard. You know, I trade the big movers. And by the way, these are really liquid stocks. I mean, they trade 20, 30 million shares a day. So these are not like.
And then the semis led by Taiwan Semiconductor starting to.
Semis, they're setting up definitely. This is the SMH, definitely setting up for a potential breakout. Let's see, TSM.
Yeah, but they just keep holding these lines. Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, not much we can do except cheer this thing on.
Market's looking bullish.
It's been a nightmare for the bears, but this is some relentless buying here. And these breakouts, like I said, at Nike, the ability to absorb the crypto, and the froth just keeps rotating.
It's not doing so well. You would imagine that other consumer discretionary stocks are probably going to follow, and they've done well.
Yeah, kind of my favorite one in the space has been Farfetch. You've liked Revolve. That's kind of been winning this. Fetch has had that overhang of the crazy hedge fund guy and the China overhang. But I mean, I'm starting to get tempted. I mean, I haven't bought anything on Farfetch, but they're serving up some pretty cool stuff. So anyways, yeah, it's hard to find a bad sector. Oil is strong too, and retail. So,
but you say gold and gold miners have been the weakest. Oil definitely big bounce last week. Continues to hold well. A lot of interesting setups in the sector, like near all-time highs. So yeah, I think there are quite a few sectors. We have biotech, we have energy, we have retail, we have semis, and maybe software is gonna consolidate its recent gains. But you have a lot of different sectors and groups, clean energy that are breaking out and setting up.
Okay. All right, my man.
All right, Howard, go to sleep. You look sleepy.
Oh, I'm tired. All right, everybody, have a great week.
All right, bye. See you.
Thanks, Ed.